Hey y'all, welcome to or welcome back to our very bookish channel. My name's Amanda and I run this channel with my friend Jen, and we put this channel together because we love to just talk about books. So if you love bookish content, then click that subscribe button below. Today we are going to be going over our February TBR. Boy, I cannot believe it's already February. I feel like I say this in every single TBR video, but seriously, y'all, the month of January just flew by. Right now, for me, it's January 30th, so I still have the rest of today and tomorrow in January, but it flew by fast. I feel like I just celebrated Christmas. I can't believe it's been an entire month. But here we are, and we have a whole new set of books that we want to discuss on our February TBR.
All right, guys, February TBR is here. I'm recording a tiny bit early because I will be traveling in the last couple of days of January. And as usual, I haven't fully decided on my TBR for February. Nothing new. I think it's a little worse than usual. And it's so tall, it's coming into the camera. So there's that. I am going to start with what's on top of the pile, though. I was going to try and do it chronologically in terms of what I think I'm going to get to when, but I'm just going to start at the top. So I have video to share with you. There's actually a TBR shopping trip, and I will cut to that so you can see I was shopping for two things. We decided for our secret book, we used to call it mystery book, but secret is the new mystery. Secret just is less confusing than always saying mystery, not the genre. So the secret book, I had to go, we have decided to do a blind date with a book, and I shopped at a couple different places to get one of those. And we also are doing, this February is a leap year. So we decided to do a little cheeky leap into a new genre vlog. So I was shopping many genres in order to pick one that I don't normally read for a vlog for that. So cue the footage. Hey guys, I'm out in this heat wave that we're having, which I'm calling 30-degree weather because it's been single digits here the last few days. So it's nice to actually have 30-degree weather. As you can see, there's some snow on the ground and we only got a couple inches, so it's okay. I am headed to pick up some groceries, but I'm going to stop at Second and Charles. I know I just did a book haul video, or we just did a book haul video. And the reason why I'm stopping there is we have two different vlogs we want to do in February. One is for a blind date with a book that we're doing as our mystery book. And the other one is reading a genre outside what we normally read. How we're doing it is it's a leap month, a leap year. And so we're leaping into another genre that we don't normally read. So I'm still on the fence of what I want to do for that, but I'm hoping to have some inspiration while I'm at Second and Charles. So come along with me.
I'm so lonely, broken angel. I'm so lonely, listen to my heart.
You are the one. I miss you so much now that you're gone. Don't be afraid. I'll be by your side, leading the way.
I'm so lonely, broken angel. I'm so lonely, listen to my heart. One and only broken angel. Come and save me before I fall apart.
So unfortunately that was a bust. They did have blind date with a book, but there weren't many choices, and the choices did not sound good. And I actually walked out of there with nothing, which is kind of crazy. I was tempted because they did have a Lisa Joel book, but I can't, that wasn't the mission. I have too many books on my TBR as it is. It didn't fit either thing that I was looking for. So I am hoping that Barnes & Noble, I have more success, and we'll see. Saw, I went to both Second & Charles and Barnes & Noble. Second & Charles was a bit of a bust, and Barnes & Noble I ended up choosing, though it was classic me. I had a hard time choosing, and sometimes I feel like I should just be impetuous and just grab anything, but that has burned me in the past. I think that's why I take some thought and care into what I'm choosing. The blind date with the book, I chose the one, oh, the receipt's here. I chose the one that has the little broken heart, and I thought that was adorable that they had like loved ones and then like relationships gone wrong. And the description on the front, and I am a little scared that I have already read this, because sometimes I feel like that's the fear with getting blind date with a book. I could have cheated, but I decided to just go with it. If I already have read this, I'm just gonna have to go buy another one. So it's a mystery thriller, twisted modern love story. The new guy she met has it all. He's charming, attractive, and confident. There's just one problem. He's lying to her, and they drew a little broken heart. This story will draw you in and never let go. So that will be our secret book for February, and I guess kind of Valentine's Day oriented, except it's not a love story. It's definitely not a romance. So that's on the top of my pile.
So every month, Jen and I have been doing what we've been calling a mystery read for the month, and we are deciding to change it from mystery to secret. Our secret book of the month theme for February is blind date with a book. So I am ordering a blind date with a book online from an Etsy shop. I don't have my book yet, so I can't show you guys, but I will put a picture up here of the books from the Etsy page. I am going to select a mystery thriller pick for my blind date with a book because I feel like that's the safest category for me. I am a little bit nervous about doing blind date with a book because I feel like you might pick a book that you already own or that you've already read, or it could be an author that you don't like and don't want to read again. So it's a mixed bag, which is the fun of it too. But I'm a little bit nervous and apprehensive about doing the blind date with a book. So we'll see how it turns out. I mean, I'm anxious, we'll see. I'm just nervous, and I feel like mystery thriller is gonna be the safest category for me to choose. When I get the book in hand and I film the February secret book reading vlog, I will tell you guys who the Etsy seller is, and I will link their shop in the description of that video. So if you want to know where you can find some blind date with book books, then stay tuned for that video.
Pile. And as you saw, I showed a couple different books and a couple different displays and genres, and while choosing, I ended up thinking, and what made me think of this is the Goodreads Awards had a category I've never read anything in. As far back as I can think, I haven't read anything in the humor genre. So I decided this one was speaking to me. It's One in a Millennial by Kate Kennedy. It had a CD on the cover. I am of a generation that did mixed CDs, and we listened to music very differently when I was younger. And I don't know if I necessarily would call myself a millennial though, but I thought this looked really funny and intriguing. So that is going to be my leap into a new genre. I am going to read humor, and we'll see how it goes. The other ones were seeming so serious and so, I don't know, a little too serious for, I think, February. I don't know. It just I wasn't feeling those vibes. I feel like humor is going to be more what I want to do.
Next on my TBR is a book that I am going to be reading for a special reading vlog at the end of February, and that is The Ultimate Evil, The Search for the Son of Sam. This book is about the Son of Sam murders. They arrested a guy for these murders on August 10th of 1977 named David Berkowitz, and he passed away in 2006, so he is now dead. But this independent journalist got a copy of his case files and has started uncovering some new things. This independent journalist believes that David Berkowitz was not working alone. He feels like he might have been coerced or brainwashed into committing these murders by a cult that was responsible for other ritual style murders across the country. So I feel like there's more to the story instead of case closed, Berkowitz did it, he confessed, he's in prison. I feel like the evidence might show some other things, and so I want to kind of know what this journalist found out and what he thinks and what some of the other evidence is. So I am reading this as part of a special reading vlog that we're going to be putting out at the end of March, so stay tuned for that one.
And then, not in order, we are going to do a vlog in February, and I hope we get to all of these, though I do have vacation time, so that's going to help. But Amanda she gifted me, and she has one that Everyone on the Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson. It's like Strangers on a Train, or no, take that back. It is Murder on the Orient Express, not Strangers in the Train, not Hitchcock. This one is a train full of mystery murder writers, and I believe someone ends up dead, and everyone is a suspect. Everyone obviously has some experience writing about murder and maybe knowing how to cover up a murder. So this one sounds like it might be some humor inflected into that. So that one sounds fun. So Amanda and I are most likely going to be doing a vlog. I don't think it's going to be an ARC review because I want to say it's going to come out before we read and post this. So we might still call it an ARC review. Who knows? So I have
the next book that I want to read, I'm pulling from my January TBR, and that is The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. I had this on my January TBR. Unfortunately, I got sick in the beginning of January, and I did not have any energy to do reading. So I did not get to this book, and I am moving it forward into February because this book releases in February, and I still really want to read it. So I'm going to really try to get an ARC review out for this book in February, and hopefully it ends up being a good read.
Review, who knows? So I have a chunk of books, and again, I haven't fully decided. I am going on a trip. We have a wedding to go to in Florida. And anytime, some of my best reading I feel has been when I've traveled by plane. The last few years I haven't gone on plane too often, but I love reading while on a plane because the phone is completely off, completely shut off from the world, and you're just sitting there. You have nowhere else you can go, and I'm not one of those. I don't sleep on airplanes. My boyfriend does. I don't do anything else other than read. And I end up reading a ton because, sometimes plane rides can be longer or waiting for your plane to arrive. So I have a chunk of books, that I'm taking with me, though I may change my mind about these. And the ones I'm taking are a collection of short stories that I got that you will see on the book haul video, White Cat, Black Dog by Kelly Link. It's short stories, and they described it. If you saw the book haul video I had mentioned on there, Brothers Grimm meet Black Mirror meets Alice in Wonderland, and it's remixed fairy tales. So that was right up my alley. I feel like I'm gonna love that. I've been really wanting, I dragged this into this year from last year. I had bought Colleen Hoover's Layla. Someone said it was a very similar or had same vibes as Verity. So that one sounded like a good one to take with me. Really want to read another Sophie Cousins. This one's probably going to be a for sure. And I loved her other one, which was called The Good Part. I had read in December, and I'm very much looking forward to reading another one by her. I think I'm going to love it. Another one I had dragged from last year into this year, and I don't even think I put that in the video where we went over last year reads and the resolution video we made. But this one's Notes on Your Sudden Disappearance. It's a literary thriller. I've wanted to read this since it was in hardcover. It's been a while now. So those are the ones I'm taking. I don't know if I would get through all of those. I'm in Florida. I think it's 9 or 10 days. Part of that time is going to be taken up by wedding and family things, but I think I'm going to have a good chunk of time to read too. So I'm hoping I at least get through 2 to 3 of those. But I have to take choices. I can't do audio. I just don't have, I feel like, the concentration to do audio. I've tried, and I can't do Nooks, or I know a lot of people do Kindles, but I had a Nook. I really tried to read on it. I read one book on my Nook last year, and it's just not for me. What is most comfortable for me is reading a book, a physical book. So that's what I'm doing.
These books that I'm reading in the month of February will be our first reading vlog in February, and it is none other than the queen of twisty thrillers, Frida McFadden. We're doing another Frida McFadden reading vlog. She has a new book called The Teacher that's coming out in the beginning of February. The trend on our channel has been doing a Frida reading vlog around the release date of any of her new books, and we're keeping that trend going for February, and we are likely keeping that trend going for June when The Housemaid 3 gets released. So for our first reading vlog in February, we are going to be reading The Teacher. Both of us are reading The Teacher. That's her new release. Can't wait to get my hands on that. The other books that I'm going to be reading is going to be The Locked Door and Ward D. These are the other 2 books that I own of Frida's, and they are kind of the top of my want to read Frida McFadden list. I want to read all her books, don't get me wrong, but these 2 are sort of like the ones that I'm really anxious to read the most. So I cannot wait to get this reading vlog going for you guys and get that out in February. It's going to be so much fun.
I have a Frida vlog that's going to happen as soon as I come back from vacation. We are doing a Frida vlog, and I'm going to start working on that. I'm not taking them with me because I don't want to try and record when I'm on vacation. I feel like that would be too much pressure, and I'll end up reading a ton and not having record. So I just would rather just do it when I get back. And the ones that we're doing together, we're doing The Teacher, which isn't out until February 6th. So I'll just purchase that probably when I get back. And the picture will be right here. And then we're also doing The Locked Door. And then I have 3, and there's already a winner. I put a poll up on the Frida, I think they call themselves the Frida McFans or something like that on Facebook. And there's a clear winner of these 3. I'm not going to say, I'll reveal it when I record for the Frida vlog. But there's a clear winner on here. The choices that I gave were Do You Remember, which is the top one, and Want to Know a Secret, and The Wife Upstairs. You guys will see what the winner was, or was, depending when you're watching this, for that vlog. And I'm very excited about Frida. I think you guys know we're huge Frida McFadden fan, so that one is going to kick off February. I don't know when we're going to get to post it, but those are usually pretty quick reads. I don't think it's going to take, but I would say it's probably going to be around mid-February.
My next pick for February TBR is a book that I featured in my book haul. It's a fairly new released book called Sanctuary of Shadow. I am so excited to read this book. I am going to read this book as soon as I can. I have been reading other books for vlogs. I'm still reading Empire of the Damned. I've had to pause reading that book to fit in the books that I needed to read for reading vlogs. But I am going to finish Empire of the Damned and get an arc review out ASAP. And then as soon as I can, I'm going to read this book. This is my next book to read when I don't have a vlog to film, because I can't wait to read this. If you missed the book haul video, this book is about a girl who was part of a clan of people that were magical. Someone came and slaughtered her whole clan. She survived. She was the only survivor, and she's been hiding out in the circus with the disguise of, oh, it's just a circus act, but she has real magic, and she's trying to figure out who murdered her whole clan. And I know there's a love interest thrown in there somewhere, and I can't wait to get into this book. I've heard good things about it from the people that have read it. I've heard that it's been selling a lot, so I'm sure you're gonna see this on more booktube channels, and I really want to get this read.
The other two I have on my TBR, I don't know if I'm going to have time for all of this, though I got through a lot in January and I do have vacation time. These other two, I'm just really wanting to fit into February, and I don't know if it's going to work. This one is called Where You End, and I've had this on Most Anticipated. I want to say it was also in the book haul. I think both of these were in the book haul. And this one just sounded really kind of creepy, and I don't know, it just, something about this book has been speaking to me. This one is about twin sisters, and the inside comment said it's Donna Tartt meets David Lynch, and I am a fan of David Lynch, which I went on about when I talked about this in the Most Anticipated, I think it might have been the book haul, or both. But I am looking forward to reading this one. I'm hoping to shoehorn this one into February. We'll see, hopefully.
The next book that I'm gonna read is a galley that I got from NetGalley, and it is called Snow Globe, So Young Park. So I'm just gonna read to you the short little 2-sentence description of this book, because they can describe the book so much better than I can. In a world of constant winter, only the citizens of the climate-controlled city of Snow Globe can escape the bitter cold. But this perfect society is hiding dark and dangerous secrets within its frozen heart. It's a groundbreaking Korean novel translated into English for the first time. So, you all know, I love my translated novels, and this one just caught my attention. So I'm really hoping that it's good. I'm a little bit nervous about it being 12 and up, but we'll see. There have been some really good YA dystopian novels.
Another one I bought on Pango Books is The Last Word by Taylor Adams. This one is about a reviewer who gives an author a 1-star review on something like Goodreads. I don't know if they're going to name drop Goodreads or not. And the author then stalks the person who reviewed the book. I thought that was a very interesting concept, and I felt it would be a good read. And I've seen lots of people praising this book on Facebook groups, so I really want to read this one.
The next book that I hope to get to, I'm not sure if I will, because I have a lot of reading to do in February, but the next book I hope to get to is Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. I really want to finish out the Greenbone Saga trilogy. I read Jade City, loved Jade City, 5-star read. Was very disappointed with Jade War. I did not like that book as much at all. So I am dragging my feet a little bit reading Jade Legacy, but I'm still interested in the trilogy. I still want to know how it ends. The writing is still beautiful, so I am going to try to finish Jade Legacy this month. It is a chunker of a book, so hopefully I can get to it. But yeah, 713 pages. But I'm really going to try to get that done this month, because I want to start another fantasy series this month or in the month of March. So want to finish this one up first and then start a new
February. So there, not too bad. That's a lot. That's insane. There's no way. I mean, I know 2 of these of Frida's I'm not reading, but still, that's a crazy pile for even a leap year of February, which is the shorter month. And I wanted to show you guys, this was sitting here. This is the cutest little, I got a gift for Christmas. I'm pretty sure they got it on Etsy. I think it's a pencil cup, but I put a bunch of my bookmarks in there, and it's just really cute, and I thought I would share with you guys. I am thinking of doing a travel log for the books I'm reading on vacation and any bookstores like at the airport or anything that we end up seeing when we're out and about in Florida. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping to do that. And that's it, guys. Till next time.